Hi guys, welcome. Wild Hybrid is a brand new hybrid fitness competition for 2025. They are 4 events in. The 5th event is tomorrow at Sherwood Forest. Now this is a brand new event brought to us by the people behind Wild Deer Events. Now if you've never done one of their events, they put on a whole host of events up and down the country at really beautiful locations. Castles, country homes, reservoirs, forests, areas of natural beauty, and they have established this reputation on putting on fantastic events. We're talking trail running, mountain biking, triathlons, duathlons, gravel bikes, all of those really cool and popular sports that people like to take part in. Now, it doesn't come as any surprise that this type of company would extend themselves into the world of hybrid fitness. It's dead trendy, it's dead cool, and it's another feather in their cap. So they have been able to prop up a fully mature, fully polished hybrid fitness competition straight away from nothing. And we're talking lots of events up and down the country at the same locations that they've been able to put on some of their other events. So beautiful castles, beautiful forests, and I'm doing the one at Sherwood Forest in the Midlands. Now I've waited for this one because I couldn't afford to go to the very northeast and northwest of the country for the events that have preceded this one. I've waited patiently as they've worked their way down the country, and now there is one that's just 50 minutes away from my house. So let's start at the beginning and ask the most important question. What is Wild Hybrid? So Wild Hybrid is a 5-station hybrid fitness competition, and it runs itself to the run, work, run race format that we see a lot in today's hybrid fitness competitions. So there are 5 of these, 5 repetitions. The runs are 1 kilometre, and that brings me to the first of a few unique selling points about Wild Hybrid. The runs, those 1 kilometre runs, are done out on trails. So they're not done on a running track, they're not done on roads or tarmac, they are done on the trail. So through the woodland, through open countryside for 1 kilometre. So you do your first run, go out into the countryside, go into the forest, whatever, and then come back and do exercise station 1, and you repeat that 5 times. Now, normally this is where a hybrid fitness competition may end. But bringing me on to unique selling point number 2, there is a 6th run that you're going to be doing, and that 6th run is 5 kilometres all by itself. So you're going to be doing run, work, run, work, run, work 5 times, and then you're going to slap on a 5 kilometre on the end, taking the overall running distance to 10 kilometres. So this sort of hybrid fitness competition on paper already lends itself to the runner rather than, say, the strength athlete. So Wild Hybrid is a doubles event only, and there's only 3 ways you can enter this event. 1 as a pair of men, 2 as a pair of women, and 3 as a mixed pair, so 1 of each gender. Now, lots of things to talk about. There are now 2 layers of competition, the standard set of weights and the scaled set of weights. The scaled set of weights is if the main weights that they've announced on their website, if they seem too heavy, that you can tell them at registration that you want to do the scaled options, and they will reduce down the weights. Secondly, if you find you get to the stations, if you've opted for the full weights, and they seem too difficult on the day, you can tell the referee there and they will adjust on the fly your division. And the only difference really at the end is that you will appear in a different set of results. So you'll be either in a table full of the scaled people, or you'll be in a table full of the people that did the full weights. Now the way the doubles works is that you must do all the runs together in close proximity to one another. When you get to the exercise stations, it's completely up to you. All you have to do is complete the reps between you. You can divide it, split it, stop and start however you like. One of the unique selling points for Wild Hybrid is that the lady weights in the mixed pairings can be the lower weights. They don't have to scale up to the man's weights like you see in a lot of other competitions where you have a mixed pair combo. And that's because they've laid things out differently to other competitions, and they've arranged it on purpose so that there's always a set of lady weights next to a man's weights, and they can adjust on the fly. So this is a doubles event. So who am I going and competing with? Well, this time I'm going to be going out with Holly, my wife. You may have seen her in a few videos. In fact, she films a lot of the content, so getting her in front of the camera is a little bit difficult sometimes. A little while ago, I filmed a video where I took her to Hyrox Manchester. I bought her a surprise ticket, didn't tell her ahead of time that she was going, and that was a whole video. It's in my channel somewhere. And then later I bought her a surprise ticket for a Spartan trifecta. Similarly, she went and bossed both of these events, and you would think that I bought her a surprise ticket to this too. But no, I didn't have to. I mentioned this event a little while ago, and she sort of came round slowly to the idea, certainly when I said I needed a partner, and it sank in for a little bit, and eventually she agreed. So to summarise real quickly, Holly and I are going to Sherwood Forest tomorrow to take part in our very first doubles Wild Hybrid fitness competition. That's 5 1-kilometre runs into the trails, intersected with 5 functional fitness exercise stations, finished with another 5 kilometres of running, taking it to 10 kilometres total. Now, you would think that's enough work for one couple for one day. However, there is one additional obstacle that we are having to deal with tomorrow, and that's this.
The warmer weather has triggered an amber heat alert for England.
Yes, that's right. Tomorrow is the hottest day of the year so far, 31 to 34 degrees. We are going out at 1:40 in the afternoon, pretty much the hottest part of the day. Now this brings an entire layer of extra difficulty. We're talking extra hydration, we're talking heat exhaustion, we're talking the air feeling so warm it's hard to breathe, but ultimately higher heart rate and everything feels harder. So we are having to manage our expectations with regards to our performance. Now, luckily, I go into events, when I go to events for the first time, I go in with a very low set of expectations anyway. And one of the things that I always like to do, certainly when regards to making these videos, is to keep my eyes open. I'm observing everything so that I can later review the race in its entirety. Obviously, I want to go as fast as I can, but I also have to be mindful that I am the stronger runner in the duo. Holly, I don't want her running so hard that she runs herself into the ground. I will never hear the end of it. So I'm having to manage our pace based upon how Holly is doing at any given point. We have decided that I will go into the exercise stations first to give her a second to catch her breath from the runs. She will do the middle chunk, and I will try to do the end chunk. Now, sometimes these plans are just on the fly, but most of all, I need to take care of how Holly is doing, because she will be running at the top end of her ability, whereas I will not. We will see how it goes. And obviously, I would like my marriage to survive yet another one of my silly hybrid fitness pursuits. So, yeah, check at the end for that. Hi everybody, welcome. We are at Sherwood Forest, in Sherwood Forest at Wild Hybrid today. We're going to go off in about 30 minutes. Right, so if you can see behind me, you've got the event arena. All 5 exercises are quite close together. We start over here, go out for a 1-kilometre run, exercise, as I explained in the introduction. And then after we've done all of that, 5 kilometres of more running. Operation Survive. Yeah, it is a survive to the end. If you look at the people that are already out there doing it right now, they look hot. Lots sweaty, lots of sweaty men. And women. There's a few sweaty women, but they just don't seem to sweat as much. We glow. Anyway, so we're going to go get warmed up shortly, and then we're going to head out onto the trails. We're going to take this camera, you'll be able to follow us around. I'm sweating, I've not even started. It is warm. Absolutely, boss. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, good luck. Get me good sides. See you on YouTube. Come on then, Holmes. Let's go. Okay, this is where the trail run begins. Where's she gone? There she is. So, a little meandering trail through the woods for the first time. 1 kilometre before we go into exercise station 1. All right. Love 2. Okay. Hey. Here they are. Sprog lights. Oh, boy, sure is warm. Okay, run 3, just done the ball overs. Ooh, that's tough. So that's run 3 done. Coming into exercise station 3 now. Okay, here we go. Station 3. Okay, run 4. Isabel Sparkle has joined us on the run.
Go Boyces!
Coming in to exercise station 4, end of run 4, and it's safe to say it's exhausting doing it in the weather, but luckily a tiny bit of rain has just happened. That really helps because it's still 4,000 degrees centigrade. Hardly shouting at us. Okay, station number 4. Where do you want us, boss? Anywhere? Okay, so this is the last of the 1 kilometre run. Coming into shoulder overhead, which is notoriously difficult because of the weights. But it's the last thing we've got to do before we are off on our 5 kilometre. Station 5.
Halfway there, 25. 37. Straight at the top, 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 3. 4. 5. 10 left. 10 left.
Today's music, you got to see your feet, DJ a little back.
8 left. 8 left. 1.
Go, Daddy!
3. Got to be straight. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
Yeah!
Well done you two! Fabulous!
5K!
Hard run to go!
Okay, start the 5k. About 4.5 to go. Ooh, so pretty much the entire first mile after station 5 is uphill at Sherwood, just saying. I think we have now summited Mount Sherwood just after the mile marker, and it's starting to look a little bit more downhill. I've done about 40 minutes so far. Just past the one and only drink stop on the 5k. There was no gin or tonic left. Obviously the morning waves had all the beer. Now what we're going to do? Coming up on 5 mile, not too far now, and it's really grim, very undulating 5k. Just when you think there's surely only down to come, there's a little bit more up. Now I can assure you this would be a lot easier if it wasn't 32 degrees right now, I can assure you. But we've come and we've conquered, and we're very, very happy to be in our last mile. Last little bit now. Oh man, only a little bump. We are 3 miles. Let's get this finished. Right, here we go. There's the finish, I can see it. Okay. There's Charlie. Cheers, Charlie. Thank you, my friend.
You normally flaps, am I allowed?
Well done. Thank you very much. Well done. We have just finished Wild Hybrid Sherwood Forest, and
They can tell.
you've just come round with us. If you've just watched the last sort of 20 minutes of footage, you'll probably have seen how it went. It's 30 degrees today, and that will make any activity, literally sitting down,
So
you
much
would be
harder.
sweaty. Here at Sherwood Forest, doing 10 kilometres of running on all of those exercise stations you can still see going on behind me. It's hard work, and
Brutal.
It's so hard. Your heart rate's way higher than normal. You can do fewer reps. You feel less strong. Everything feels drained.
Fair play to anyone giving it a go today.
Yeah, if you've gone out hard today, respect. I mean, we did as best we could, and we come away with a 1 hour and 2 minutes and about 20 seconds, something like that. I'm sure we'll get some official results, but that's what the watchers said. We're very happy with that, considering the conditions. Yeah, I think I'll reflect a little bit on the way home and listen to what Holly has to say if she doesn't go sleep in the car.
Ice cream time and then gin.
Yeah, we're gonna have some ice cream, some food and some gin. Absolutely, yeah. What a better way to finish a Saturday. Right, see you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back. So let's summarise and review Wild Hybrid. We're going to start a little bit by talking about how we did on the day. It's not mega important. As I said at the beginning, it was about just setting a time, seeing how we did, observing everything that was going on. So we got to 1:02, which put us just ahead of the sort of average line, the halfway line in our respective categories. Obviously, the heat played its part on the day. It was terribly hot, terribly humid, and poor Holly, she was being dragged along at a pace that was probably a little bit faster than what she wanted to go. And with regards to the sort of the exercises, we did okay in the 5 exercises and the 5 1-kilometre runs. It wasn't until the 5-kilometre run where I could see sort of heat exhaustion sort of kicking in, and Holly needed to take an emergency wee, and yeah, there was a little bit of huffing and puffing up that mile, that first mile of that 5k. Yeah, it was really tough. But having said that, we came away from it having had a great time. So That's the sort of takeaway from this. We go into this knowing it's going to be hard work, and when we complete it, we feel great about it. Okay, so Wild Hybrid itself in terms of organisation, how did it go? This is a fantastic bit of organisation, and this definitely shows that this is not this company's first rodeo with regards to organising events. The information that you get in emails was reoccurring and concise enough to be spot on. There was no room for error leading up to the event. You knew exactly what you were doing, where you were going, and when you were doing it. Little things that just add little cherries on the cake. The QR code, they give you a concession at the car park. And the car park at Sherwood Pines was quite expensive. I think it was £12 for the day. But by scanning this QR code, it took it down to £5. I mean, little things like that. They've thought about it. The sort of the layout of the base camp, while small, was exactly what it needed to be, and there was lots of viewing and accessibility to that square where the 5 exercise stations was, so there was never any problem, and there was lots of access to all of the zones. So you could look at the start line, you could look at the finish line, you could look all the way 360 degrees around that 5 exercise block. Yeah, really fantastic. The marshals were really supportive and really helpful with regards to their movement standards. Sometimes when I was pushing the shoulder to overheads toward the end, I wasn't locking out. In my own head I was, but looking back at the footage, the lady was right to say straighten your arms. And it's little things like that that it's reassuring to know that the referees are in fact enforcing the movement standards. So what was good and what could potentially be improved for the future? The people. The atmosphere. This was really, really great. There was just lots of families right up against the barrier, within touching distance of their loved ones competing. That's, you know, fantastic. Everyone can take their photos and videos. It's great in that respect. Obviously, when people go out running, they disappear for a little while, but they're back before long. There's a little bit of a wait at the end. For the 5K, people have to just sit around for 20 to 30 minutes waiting for their loved ones to come back. I think if I had to make things better, little constructive criticisms are always just seeds of improvement. And if they listen to me, if they implement any of these changes, it will only serve to make the event better. Standardise the counting. In all 5 exercise stations, it sometimes felt like people were counting in their heads, sometimes people were counting out loud, sometimes people didn't count out loud at all, and sometimes I had to ask, what number are we on? I shouldn't have to do that, I should always be having it told to me. Sometimes I noticed more when spectating that the marshalling was dynamic. People were being borrowed from one station to top up others, leaving stations unattended that then later had people running to no marshals. A lot of events of this size do have problems recruiting enough volunteer referees, and I definitely think if you are able to, if you're local to one of these events, please give your time to help these guys out. It's really important. With regards to what you get, right, you get a buff and a patch at the end of this race. Patches are very popular at the moment, and we got one like this. Now, patches are really popular, but this particular patch could do with one additional enhancement, and that is Velcro on the back. People like these patches currently because of these backpacks, Velcro backed backpacks, built for athletes, that kind of thing, that you can stick your patch onto. If you don't have Velcro on, people can't do that, and this will be stuck somewhere else. I think this is an iron-on one, but I can't iron it onto a backpack. I like the ability to take them on and off. So if I would like to see an improvement for next year, just a little bit of Velcro on the back, guys, that would be awesome. With regards to the exercise stations, we felt that some of the exercise stations were disproportionately weighted to others. For example, the squats and the deadlifts and even the farmer's carry felt relatively light and okay to complete. Certainly the farmer's carry did. With regards to the wall balls, they felt a bit weird for me, not because of the weight, but because of the squishiness of the ball. It bent one of my fingernails back on the second rep, and yeah, I just felt difficult holding it more than anything. But most notably, the shoulder to overheads. This weight felt disproportionately heavy compared to everything else. It felt so much harder than the other stuff. We knew this because we tried it in training. At 22.5s, pressing over your head, it's really, really heavy. It's similar for the ladies doing 15s. It's tough. So the important bit, Would I recommend this event to you? Would I recommend this event to a friend? Yes, absolutely. This event is fantastic for lots of different reasons. If you like your hybrid fitness events to be a little bit different to the track-based ones or the indoor arena-based ones, and you feel that you're a bit more of an outsidey person, if you like going on walks in the woods, if you like going on to places of natural beauty, then this is the perfect mashup for you. These types of events, whilst quite standard in terms of what exercise you do, are going to be set against beautiful but different locations wherever you take part. Okay guys, that is Wild Hybrid done and dusted. Needless to say that I will want to be coming back and repeating this event in the not too distant future. There are a few dotted around the Midlands, so I'll be keeping my eye out for one of those soon. I am very keen to probably have another go at this and try and get beneath the hour, potentially recruiting, maybe going as a male duo in the next iteration. Yeah, very excited about this event and where it's going to go. Please go get signed up to an event near you and lend this company your support. If you are able to volunteer, please do so. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please drop a subscribe. There's a little button down here or underneath the video. It really helps me out and keeps me going. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in my next video soon. Mart out.